he was like, "Do you have any sense of patriotism at all? Do you care about the active duty service members and veterans of this country? Do you have any patriotism towards them?" And she's like, "No, I do not." Guess who the fuck the manager was? It was literally the same chick that was being a bitch at first, and I was like, "So where's your manager?" And she's like, "I'm the manager." And I'm like, "Oh fuck!" Like in my head, like, "Yo, what's up, YouTube again?" Back with my second story time. The previous one I uploaded was a crazy Vietnamese gold digger. This one just popped in my head. It happened to me the other day at Planet Fitness. I'm probably gonna title this "Worst Planet Fitness Experience Ever." I'm gonna explain to you guys what it is. It's not even that long. This story time's probably not gonna be that long, honestly. It's pretty much, so I'm on vacation out here in Virginia. I'm from North Carolina. Blah blah blah. I'm using my parents' Planet Fitness Black Card, right? To sign in. So this whole time, my dumbass, I was using my mom's Planet Fitness card to sign in. Most of you know, when you scan in, it's not gonna have a picture of you half the time, right? Most people don't have a picture, right? But it will have the name. Most Planet Fitness trip about it. They'll be like, "Oh, you don't have a picture, take your picture," right? The Planet Fitness I was at, they didn't care about that. So the name is what got me when I got in, right? So I'm driving over to Planet Fitness on the phone with my boy. If you guys haven't seen my previous story time, go check it out. But I'm talking to him about that crazy Vietnamese chick. And then I'm like, bruh, I go inside Planet Fitness with my AirPods in, walking in. Out of nowhere, I hear, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir." I'm like, fuck, what the fuck did they want? And then I turn around, and it's like this black lady with like freaking braids, like twisted back. I thought she was like 20 years old. I'm not gonna lie, cause she's small. So I thought she was like 20 years old. I thought she was a kid, right? And she's like, "You can't use you can't scan in as another member." And I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, how does she know I'm another member? And then I'm thinking, I'm like, fuck, it does say my mom's name, cause it's a female name. Like, I'm not even gonna say my mom's name on here, y'all thought. But pretty much it's my mom's name, feminine name, right? So I'm like, damn. And I'm like, hey, I walk out. I think I walked out. I can't remember what I did. I think I walked out. And then I was like, fuck that. And I walked back in, and I was like, hey, hey, listen, my parents, or I must have said it the first time, right? I said it the first time. I was like, hey, my parents, they don't use this membership, but they pay for it, right? And so I'm basically just using it right now. And she was like, hey, you can't do that. You're not them. You'd have to come in as their guest, so they would have to come here with you. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, all right, I get it. I guess that's just the policy, right? And then, so I'm like, okay, I'll figure it out. I walk out, call my stepdad, my mom's husband. I'm like, hey, they're literally telling me like I literally cannot sign in. And then he's like, how do they know that it's not you? I'm like, hey, I think it's the name. The name's what got me. And then he was like, damn. He's like, you're right. And then he was like, you want me to just call her and like figure it out or whatever, right? Because he could literally just call and tell her like, hey, I'm like the owner, just let him in or some shit. Like I knew he was gonna do some type of transfer of ownership. I was like, hey, can you just like put it in my name or something, right? Even I thought of that, because I asked the lady, I was like, you're literally telling me I literally have to get them to come here so I could come in. I was like, there's no way that's the only thing I could do. She literally left out the fact that I could just transfer it in my name, because she was too lazy to do her job. That's literally what it was. So my stepdad calls him. I'll tell y'all what he says. I'm just trying to tell y'all the order of the story. I'll tell y'all exactly what he says to her. So pretty much, I'm like, all right, call me back whenever you're off the phone with him. He calls me back, and then he's like, all right, you're good to just go in. I walk in. She looks pissed. Like, she was already pissed, like, the moment I confronted her and said, like, hey, they don't even use a membership. Like, why can't I just use it, basically? And then, it was so fucking stupid, dog. It was so stupid. And then, so I walk in there, and I'm like, I just stare at her, and I'm like, so... And then she's like, yeah, I just got off the phone with your dad, and he was like, he's gonna put it in your name, And then I was like, okay, so what do I have to do exactly now? And then she's like, well, we're gonna have to switch everything over. Like, she's saying it like this, like mad as hell. Like, you can see she's tight. She's like, well, we're gonna have to switch everything over and put it in your name, and then we're gonna have to take your picture. And she's saying it like that. I'm like, bro, like, why are you so mad? Like, calm down. And this is supposed to be a manager. And I left out the part in the story. I left out the part in the story when I walked back in, and I was like, excuse me. I was like, who's your manager? Like, I asked this one lady, I was like, are you the manager? She's like, no. And then guess who the fuck the manager was? It was literally the same chick that was being a bitch at first. And I was like, so where's your manager? And she's like, I'm the manager. And I'm like, oh fuck. Like, in my head, like, bro, I'm not gonna win. And then, so pretty much I couldn't persuade her. So back to the phone call part where my dad helped me out. I'm in there taking a picture, everything. She's like, after she says that, like, she's making it sound like it's gonna be a big deal to take my picture and scan me in the system as the owner. So it literally only took 40 seconds. Like, I shit you not, it took 40 seconds. And I'm like, bro, what are you bitching about? It literally takes 40 seconds. All you had to do was tell me the first time that, hey, if you want to sign in, you just have to transfer ownership. But apparently, guess what? You can do that, but they don't want you to know that you can do that. So they tell you, hey, you have to have the owner come in, right? Because Planet Fitness is lazy. Think about every job. Every job is going to bullshit you and make you do shit the hard way. But if you know the rules, you can fuck with them. So we knew that you could transfer. So she didn't like the fact that we knew that. So she just sitting there all mad as fuck. And she's mad that she got a whole phone call. And I'm going to tell you what he said on the phone call. I thought it was just a regular phone call. Knowing this guy, he didn't say anything normal to her on the phone call. Like, he was a complete asshole to her on the phone call, which he should, right? Like, he's putting his foot down, telling her, making her look like a kid. So pretty much, I sign in, I get to work out, right? I go back home. I'm like, hey, what did you say to her on the call? I was like, bro, she is fucking pissed. And then he was like, long story short, pretty much he was trying to like tell her like, hey, you're not letting my son in. And then she assumed, she's like, well, you're not a customer. Like, she assumed that the guy that was calling, my mom's husband, is not a customer. Wrong. Never assume, right? Because he was a customer and he told her, hey, don't you ever assume. Oh fuck, is this gameplay over? Damn, gameplay's over. About to roll it back. Don't care. Yeah, don't ever assume, right? She's like, don't ever assume, because he is a customer. And then pretty much she goes back. She's like, okay, so what is your name? I could just look you up. And then he tells her the name, and then he's spelling the name out to her. And then she gets pissed. And then, because his name is literally like 4 letters, right? So he's like spelling it out to her. And I guess it's like an insult to her intelligence. She's not intelligent. She's fucking stupid. But she got pissed. She's like, sir, I'm trying to help you. That's pretty much what she's trying to say. But it's like, bitch, I'm literally spelling out my name for you so you don't fuck it up. And you're getting mad because I'm spelling out my name to you. So pretty much she gets mad. She's like, oh, he tried to sign in with a card. And the card that he tried to sign in with, it says that they're not paying for the membership. And then he explained to her, he's like, hey, that woman's a healthcare provider. Ever since COVID, healthcare providers can get in for free, right? She's a manager and she didn't even know that. She assumed that everyone pays for a membership there. Healthcare providers can get in for free. Because, I mean, they have the black card, obviously, but they don't pay membership. They just get the free black card and then they can walk in, right? And another thing she was wrong at, she was like, oh, it says here that this Planet Fitness account is signed up in another city or something, right? She's like, it's signed up in another city, so you're gonna have to go there and figure it out and transfer or some shit like that, right? That's not a thing. Planet Fitness is a franchise, so you're supposed to be able to go over to any Planet Fitness in the country, right, and work out. So that's the third thing she was wrong at. She didn't know what she was talking about. And then, so we got to figure it out. Good thing my mom's husband, he was already a resident of this area that the Planet Fitness resides in. So her dumbass didn't know that. He was like, yeah, I'm literally a customer. Now look up my account. And then that's when we get to the part where he's spelling the name and then she gets pissed. And then he's like educating her on, hey, how do you not know that healthcare providers could get in for free with no membership? So she's just looking dumb as fuck on the phone. And then pretty much, I think that's it. Like, we transferred everything over. Bro, we're literally gonna speak to the district manager of Planet Fitness now, like probably tomorrow, and like try to get her fired, bro. Like, fuck her. Like, we're gonna talk to the district manager and tell him like how much of a bad experience we had and how unprofessional she was. Like, she was unprofessional on the phone to my mom's husband. She was saying yeah and nah, like when he was asking her questions on, hey, did you know that? How do you not know that? Looks like you need to know your job. Like, he's like schooling her, and she's so unprofessional, just getting triggered, right? Like, bro, that was like the worst experience I've ever had. It was like black on black crime. That's the closest thing I could compare it to. Like, she had so much hate and fury in her soul, and you get to see it in her face. I'm just like, why she have so much animosity towards me? I was like, what's going on, bro? And they're just saying that my stepdad basically says, he's like, there's these nerds that are in charge. Like, they've never been in charge of anything, and then they finally get to be in charge of something, and no one liked them, and now they're just like an asshole. I'm in the military. I forgot to mention that, so that's another part of the story. We said, what the fuck did we say? Oh yeah, while he was on the phone with her, he told her that I was in the military. I never told her I was in the military because I peeped that she was a complete cunt, and I kind of knew she wouldn't care, which deep down she really didn't care. I was right. Because when he was on the phone with her, he was like, hey, he's an active duty Marine in Camp Lejeune. She's like, do you know where that? He's like, do you know where that is? She's like, nope. This is where she gets unprofessional. And then she's like, oh, by the way, for the context of the video, this is in, let's say, Springfield. I think this is Springfield's Planet Fitness. Let's just say it's Springfield or some shit like that, right? But back to the story. What the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, damn, I forgot what I was saying. Fuck. Oh yeah, pretty much she's just being unprofessional, and she didn't care that I was military. Yeah, that's what it was. He was like, yeah, he's active duty military. Do you know anything about the Marines? She's like, nope. And then he was like, do you have any sense of patriotism at all? Do you care about the active duty or service members and veterans of this country? Do you have any patriotism towards them? And she's like, no, I do not. Like, she this is a manager of Planet Fitness, said that she doesn't care about active duty people or veterans, the same people that are fighting for this country and making sure everything's going all right. That's messed up. She deserves to be fired, bro. We're gonna tell the fucking district manager that shit, and I hope she gets fired and fucking works at McDonald's. I don't give a fuck. So pretty much, that's that. So moral of the story, don't fuck with the wrong people, because you will get fucked over. She fucked with the wrong people that day. She fucked with me, and then my fucking mom's husband basically got involved. And bro, he used to work at the White House, bro. He don't play, bro. He's gonna email them. He's gonna get her, bro. He's gonna fucking get her. And then my mom don't play either. She's pissed because I told her everything. Now she's like, nah, I gotta go out of my way, come to Planet Fitness, change my location. I told her, Mom, you don't have to change your location. It's a franchise. If you want to, you can. I guess she just want to go there just to see what's up with the managers, how they run shit. But that's pretty much the story, bro. That shit was the worst experience I've ever had at the gym. The rest of the staff was cool, though. Besides her, I don't know who pissed in their cereal. Moral of the story is, don't fuck with the wrong people. If you're in a leadership position, try to keep your cool. Try to be professional. You never know what's going to happen to you. You never know who you're talking to. I think that's the end of the story. I might have some more stories on the channel. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Peace. That's it, guys.